so much, Jerrod, for jumping on the call, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor to be on your show.
Yeah, you fought earlier this month at Conquest of the Cage against one of the coolest guys that I've ever met in Paco Mora. And you guys went all the way to decision. You won that unanimous decision. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was one hell of a fight. And Paco's one hell of a guy. One of the nicest, most kind-hearted guys I've ever, met. And it was an honor to fight him and put it all to the test there.
That's awesome. How did you feel the fight went? I mean, obviously you got the win, but did you feel like you performed pretty well in that fight?
I was pretty gassed about halfway through it. I thought my cardio was going to hold up a lot better. And then, honestly, I was really nervous going into that fight. I knew he had a really mean punch and a really tough chin. So, I didn't go in there thinking I was going to put him out. And honestly, I was just trying to watch that right hand, and I caught it once, and he hits like a train.
For sure, man. And then back in April of this, you actually fought another tough guy in Dalton Wagney, I guess. I'm sorry, at Thunder and Lightning there. MMA, you won that fight via decision as well. What is a split decision?
It was a split. It was.
Wow.
Could have gone either way. Yeah.
Okay.
Dalton's a badass.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing what he brings to the table. I mean, that last fight when he had with Alex Prevost, that was one hell of a fight. Yeah, Dalton's a stud. But yeah, that was split decision.
Okay.
Like I said, could have gone either way. We both were just piecing each other up the whole time, and it was fun.
Now, if I did my research correctly, that was your first MMA fight, right?
Yes, that was.
Okay, man. And so, when can us fans expect to see you back in the cage?
So it's up to my coaches. I'll be fighting November, talking to Frank and Austin. It looks like I'm getting the title fight against Derek Thompson, but I'm not sure yet. It just depends on how my training goes and if they feel I'm ready. I've had a lot of fight offers lately, and
sure,
it all comes down to what my coaches. I put full faith in my coaches and what they want me to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just rolling with it.
Come on, that's awesome, man. You're obviously a very big dude. And you used to, maybe you still are, but you used to be a power lifter, right?
Yeah, I used to professionally power lift for about 7 years almost. And yeah, that was a blast, but you just can't progress in it, I mean,
sure.
It's one of those things like, yeah, it paid me to travel. I got to pretty much just show up wherever I went and lift. And it was fun, but it all ended because, there was 17-year-olds coming out of the woodworks, putting up numbers that were way beyond mine. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should tone it down a bit. And then I was worried about injury for a while. And then, I like fighting. I like MMA. So I decided to get into it and just never looked back. But it was funny, mentioning the injury thing. I got out of it because I thought I was gonna, blow my knees out or my bicep or something. And then about 4 months into MMA training, my bicep completely ruptured and rolled into my shoulder.
Oh no.
So yeah, that kind of backfired, but
right.
I'm healthy now, so
good. Now, when you were lifting, I think I saw a picture of you. You almost got up to like 290 plus pounds. What weight do you actually fight at, though? I mean, because I don't think you're that big when you're in the cage.
What's funny is I cut down. I was 278 before I fought Dalton. The original guy I was supposed to fight backed out, and then Dalton stepped up. What a man! And I was 278. My coach wanted me to get down to 250. So I busted my ass. I got down to 250, and ever since that fight, I've been having a hard time packing on weight. But I haven't been lifting. I've just been doing a lot of cardio. And this last one, I came in at 256.
Okay, man, that's awesome. You kind of mentioned you haven't really been training in MMA that long. How did you get started, and what made you decide to ultimately step into the cage? I mean, you said that you liked fighting, but how'd you get started in MMA? What drew you over that way?
I signed up with Frank and Austin over at Martial Arts America, the team execution, and just put in a bunch of work in the gym. And then I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. Let's step in Thunder and Lightning on April 20th, and never look back, man. I'm just hungry.
Come on. That's right. Awesome, man. Is the goal to go pro as a fighter? And do you have a goal date in mind on that?
Absolutely. Only time can tell.
Yeah.
I plan on going pro. I just want to see how my next few fights go and see how I'm doing there. Continue to, progress and get better with each bout. And, whenever my coaches feel it's ready for me to go pro, that's what I'm going to do. And, climb the rank.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see you get back in the cage there and get some title fights going. Got some rapid fire fun questions for you, if that's all right.
Yep.
So I noticed you have some pictures of you shooting some guns. What's your favorite gun?
I love my AK-47.
Come on. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, I actually just recently bought an AR. I used them in the military, and I like them, but I just like that punch that 30 caliber gives off, you know?
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite fighter that you like to follow?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Coming from a wrestling background, I've really been a big fan of Matt Hughes.
Okay.
I love his power bombs. Ooh, that's tough. There's so many fighters out there that have different talents and techniques that, Cain Velasquez is one of my favorite all-time heavyweights.
Yeah.
Randy Couture. I like all the oldies, man.
Sure. Yeah. And then now Cain, he's got the wrestling mask on. He's doing actual wrestling now. It's kind of interesting to see back in the... That's awesome. Do you have a favorite type of music or favorite band that you listen to?
Absolutely. I listen to everything, but I'm a big metalhead, man. I love metal.
Okay, sweet.
Some of the bands that I listen to. Oh man, Kalmah. They're from Norway area. I like I like Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Mainstream stuff like All That Remains, stuff like that.
Sweet. Yeah. It's funny. I bought this truck probably about almost 2 years ago, and it came from Canada. It was a one-time owner guy, and it came loaded with 1,500 plus of the most metalist, craziest songs I've ever heard in my life. And so I turned it on, and Lamb of God and All That Remains and all the crazy metal like Ice Earth and stuff like that just loaded in my truck, dude. So this guy was just a rocker, man. You have a tattoo on your chest that says family. Yep. What's that mean to you, man?
Family, man. I got a big family. I got 7 kids. I got an amazing woman, friends I consider family. I keep my circle pretty small, and the people that are close to me, they're family to me, Yeah. Paco, Dalton, they're family to me now, People I accept in and have my back just like I'd have theirs,
Awesome. So. Last question for you. Yeah. Who inspires you and motivates you?
Oh, my family. That's a big thing that motivates me. My woman pushes me every single day to achieve my goal. She's my biggest supporter. I thought she would be nervous about it and kind of, you hear a lot of these fighters stop fighting because their woman doesn't want them to or something, because they don't want to get hurt, but
sure.
And then, just my teammates, Team Execution, all those guys, they motivate me, push me to the next level, just progressing, success,
Wanted to give you an opportunity too to give a shout out to your teammates, sponsors, family, anybody like that. Make sure they got a shout out on the video there from you.
Yeah, my woman, my kids, all my Team Execution athletes, all my athletes up there in Spokane, all the fighters up there, Paco, Dalton, those guys for stepping up. Just so much great talent around here, really motivates me, and I just want to recognize them all and and know that they're supported.
Man, again, I'm excited. I'm honored to be able to talk to you, dude. You are a badass in the cage. Looking forward to seeing you continue to reign in there and get those W's. But again, thank you, Jerrod, for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. It was incredible. Thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging around. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more videos from Top Rated MMA and the Bearded Biz Show, please click the playlist and also hit subscribe to our channel. Become part of the Top Rated MMA and Bearded Biz community. We would really appreciate your support. Also, please leave a comment below. I will read and respond to all of them. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.